The first snowstorm in 3 years is expected to hit the Carolinas this weekend. Starting on Friday night, we will likely see snow showers and ice start to hit the area. I will tell you everything that you need to know and more, including snow totals and possible risks. Starting off with this model right here, as our high resolution models are now starting to be in range for this event. So as you can see, this model right here, I trust in it quite a lot as this model actually nailed our storm on January 3rd. As you can see, you start to have some spotty snow showers making its way through the area starting as early as 3 p.m. Now, this might be a little bit too early. That's the only thing that I'm not sure about on this model. But I do like the coverage and the precipitation type on this model. Then, as we continue to play this through, as you can see, the spotty snow showers turn into more of a band of snow, which consists of heavy snow. And then the further south you go, there's sleet. And then the even further south you go, there is freezing rain. So this right here is at 9 p.m. And then if we continue to play this through, as you can see, heavy snow showers start to make their way through Wake County. And starting at around 1 to 2 a.m., Wake County then transitions to a freezing rain. And then areas north are getting a heavy snow. And then as we continue to play this through, as you can see, this has the system making its way out of here just before 7 a.m. on Saturday. And in Wake County, it ends it off with a freezing rain/rain. Now, that model right there is showing an inch of snow for Wake County, 3 inches for Greensboro, 1.5 inches for Charlotte, 1.5 inches for Rocky Mount, and 4 to 6 inches for the mountains. Now, that model is a very good output, but then if we look at something like the NAM, this has a worst case scenario. As you can see, we have snow showers starting to work their way through at around 6 p.m. Now, this is more realistic of a start time, I must say. But then, those snow showers quickly transition into sleet and freezing rain. By 9 p.m., we are getting heavy freezing rain, as opposed to that other model at 9 p.m., we are getting heavy snow. And then, as you can see, this continues as a freezing rain/sleet event for almost all of North and South Carolina. So, this would be terrible for snow lovers, as most places do not get over 1 inch of snow. And this would be terrible for everybody because this drops a whole bunch of ice. As you can see, that could give some places over 1/4 inch of ice, which would cause a lot of power outages and some slick roads. Now let's look at a lot of models' snowfall totals. So starting with the American model, as you can see, Raleigh gets about 1/2 inch of snow, Rocky Mount with 1/2 inch of snow, Fayetteville with a trace of snow, Charlotte with 1/2 inch of snow, and then Greensboro with about 3 inches of snow. And then also Columbia, South Carolina with a tracing of snow. Then if we look at the Euro model, as you can see, it has around 2 inches of snow in Raleigh, 2 inches in a Rocky Mount, 1/2 inch in Fayetteville, 2 inches in Charlotte, and then 2 inches in Greensboro. This also then has up to 1 inch of snow in Columbia, South Carolina. The Icon model has around 1 inch of snow in Raleigh, about 1 inch of snow in a Rocky Mount, no snow in Fayetteville, 2 inches of snow in Charlotte, and 2 to 3 inches of snow in Greensboro. The UK Met model has around 3 to 4 inches of snow in Raleigh, 3 inches of snow in Rocky Mount, 1/2 inch of snow in Fayetteville, 2 inches of snow in Charlotte, 2 inches of snow in Greensboro, and this one is one of the higher end models for Central North Carolina. Then the Canadian has about 2 inches of snow for Raleigh, 1 inch of snow for Rocky Mount, none for Fayetteville, 3 inches in Charlotte, and up to 4 inches in Greensboro. So as you can see, there are a lot of differences in this model, and we're only 2 days away from this event. So this event is really a 50-50 shot on if you'll get a trace of snow or 2 inches of snow. Really, these next 24 hours will be crucial on how this low develops itself. Currently, this low is causing wildfires in California, but as it moves its way into Texas, then we will truly know. Right here is the National Weather Service Raleigh and surrounding National Weather Service's chance of a 1 inch of snowfall or more. So these values are kind of overlapping each other, but find yourself on this map. As you can see, Raleigh has an 80% chance of 1 inch of snowfall. Rocky Mount has 82%, Fayetteville has 10%, Charlotte has a 51%, and Greensboro has around an 80%. Now, this is the chance for 2 inches of snowfall. Raleigh has a 34%, Rocky Mount has a 38%, Fayetteville has no chance, Charlotte has an 18%, and Greensboro has a 60% chance. So, the more northwest that you go, the higher your chance is for higher snowfall totals. But the more of central North Carolina that you go, the higher your chance is to get any snowfall at all. And then this is something you always want to look at. This is the lowest amount of snowfall that you should expect. So as you can see, some areas, the lowest amount of snowfall you should expect is none, actually. But for most areas, you should expect less than an inch of snowfall at the very least. Then, this right here is the most amount of snowfall that you should expect. This is a very unlikely, but this is the worst case scenario of snowfall totals. So as you can see, around 2 inches for Raleigh, 2 inches for Rocky Mount, an inch for Fayetteville, 2 inches for Charlotte, and 4 inches for Greensboro. And then a trace of snow in Columbia. So this is the worst that we could see. And then this right here is how much we are expected to get per all these National Weather Service offices. So as you can see, Raleigh is expected to get 2 inches, 1 inch in Sanford, less than an inch but are almost nearing an inch in Fayetteville, 1 inch in Charlotte, 2 inches in Rocky Mount, and 2 to 3 inches in Greensboro. This right here is how much ice we are expected to get. So this is from freezing rain. So you need about 1/10 of an inch, so those darker shades of orange, to cause major effects. As you can see, you kind of have those south of Rocky Mount and in between Greenville and Goldsboro. And then you also have them southeast of Charlotte. So values under 1/10 of an inch still can cause problems. It still can cause down power lines, but you're not expecting many travel problems with less than 1/10 of an inch, as it's likely not going to go onto the road. But because we have snow before the freezing rain, that could cause some issues on the road. Now, this right here is our hazards with our storm. So snow/sleet is a medium risk with this. This is the most snow that we have seen in 3 years. The last time was January 2022 that we saw more than an inch of snow. Ice is going to be a low to medium concern. It really depends on where you are. You might see no ice at all, or you could see around 1/10 of an inch of ice, which could cause some problems, but nowhere near a high risk. Travel problems, though, are a high risk. As it's North Carolina, people cannot drive in snow. So really any more than an inch of snow will cause travel problems. And then also with ice as well can just make it even worse. Power problems are only a medium concern, as we won't have that much ice, but any ice that does accumulate probably will on the power lines. And then with snow already being on branches and stuff, that could just weigh them down even more, so you could have some power problems. So that is really all. I'm going to end us off with the last frame of the HRRR model. This is at 7 p.m. on Friday. As you can see, it's showing snow for most of North Carolina, and then a little bit of nothingness besides a rain for South Carolina. But that is really all. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to stay safe, and be sure to let me know how much snowfall you are expecting from the system. But that is really all. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.